One useful thing to know how to do is to double check your work on the calculator. Now, I think it's fair for you to say to me, why should I know how to do this by hand if you're showing me how to do it on the calculator? Doing this by hand, the row operations will be very useful in 4.1, where we don't have something on the calculator that can do this for us. So you use this to practice your row operations by hand. And also, sometimes because you're so good at row operations, it will be quicker to actually do it by hand than the calculator. So I think those are two good reasons. And either way, though, I'm okay with you checking your answers on the calculator. And so how will I know on an exam what you did? Make sure you actually show your work, of course. All right, so for checking your answers and doing this on the calculator, the first thing you got to do is enter the augmented matrix. So I'm going to go to second and matrix to do that. If you have an older calculator, you actually have a matrix button. So it's second and x to the minus 1. You want to go to edit and edit matrix A. It doesn't really matter which one you choose. Now, when I put this into a matrix, this has 3 variables, right? And a constant. So we're going to have 4 columns and we're going to have 3 rows. So this will be a 3 by 4. If you mess this up, you'll know real quick. The first one has all the variables, so I can just start typing the numbers and pressing enter. So 1 enter, 5 enter. Make sure you use the little negative and not the minus, -2 enter. And then 4 for the constant. Okay, now the next one also has all the variables, so that's fine. 4 enter, -2 enter, and 3 enter. And then my constant is 5. For the last one, be careful. Notice we're missing a variable. So we got 2 for the x, that's the first column, but we don't have a y, so you want to put 0 in there. And then we have a 5 for the z, and then we got 7 for our constant. All right, so now what you want to do is press second and mode to quit, and then go back in there, but you're actually going to a different menu, so second and x minus 1. So I go to math, and then I'm going to press up to get to the bottom of the list, and what I want is RREF. So when I bring this up, I pressed enter to bring this up. It's asking me, which matrix do you want me to reduce? And I say, well, second matrix, go back in here, select A by pressing 1, and then close parentheses, and I can press enter. And so this was a very boring system, right? We got 1, 1, 1 as our answer. But as you can see, it completely reduced it. So again, we're going to have to be able to work with these in situations where it's not this clear cut. But this is really good for checking your answers.